Hi, I'm Dave.
Hi, I'm Carrie, and this is Rudel, and we are one adventure at a time.
We've been traveling full-time in our self-converted van now for 14 months.
Yes, and we tend to do a lot of boondocking.
We were watching the news the other night, and they were talking about the coronavirus, and if it reaches epidemic levels that you should have enough food and water to stay home for two weeks.
Yeah.
So that really got us thinking about what supplies we carry.
So we typically go out for 10 to 14 days when we're in a remote location. So we thought this would be a great opportunity to show you what we bring with us.
I'm going to start out with our water supplies. So if we run out of water, our trip is over. If you do not know the spot that you're going to be camping at or boondocking at, then you're going to fill every jug and container that you have. And this is what we have and what we usually do. Starting off with, inside the van is a 20-gallon fixed tank. And then right here we have our big kahuna. This is a shower, it's 4 gallons. We always fill it before we leave, just so we can take that shower, but also we have the extra water available to drink. Right here we have the water bottles. These water bottles are great because my MSR ceramic filter screws right onto the top of them. So we take this one hiking. Meanwhile, we fill the bottles up just so we have that extra water available. This is a 3-gallon container. We got this container because we can fill this up easily at water kiosks, which are real familiar in the western states. This is our travel size Berkey. Berkey's really cool. I can't say enough good things about it. This one is 1.5 gallons. It's the small one, or one of the small ones. And we can take water right out of a lake or stream if it's available, and it's gravity fed, and we'll filter that water so we can drink it. Next is our 20-liter container. Right now we've got dog food in this to keep the rodents out, but if we know we are going to the desert, we clean it out and we fill it full of water just so we have that extra water supply. And right next to it is a tarp. This tarp, if we do get a rain, we can collect the water and I funnel it right into this container, and that will extend our stay. So we've got about 30 gallons of water when we start off and everything's full, and that usually easily will last us 2 weeks or longer. That's if we conserve, but we don't ration.
Now for the food. We have a 26-quart, 12-volt Dometic fridge or freezer. We've had it for 18 months and it runs great. We love it. Now, having said that, it's extremely small. If you think about your fridge at home, think about your vegetable bin. That's about the size of our fridge. So, when I know that we're going to be out for 10 to 14 days, I need to plan accordingly. Let's start with our fruits and vegetables. I tend to buy apples, oranges, potatoes, carrots, cucumbers, kale, cabbage, and broccoli. Those are great vegetables that last a long time, and most of them don't have to be refrigerated. Let's go to our perishables. So in the fridge, there's going to be our fresh meats, our ground beef, pork, our chicken, our eggs, our cheese, our milk, and any kind of condiments that we would like. We're super limited on space. Then, after week 1, most of that's going to be gone. We're going to go to our canned goods. Now we have our canned corn, our canned green beans. We can always have garbanzo beans, they're high in protein. And then we go to our canned meats. We have tuna, ham, and Spam. I know you're saying Spam, really? And then we're going to go to our dry goods. Of course, we always have rice and dry beans on hand in case of emergency, as well as oatmeal. I did want to point out that for our snack, we typically have peanut butter or popcorn. And I did want to show you one hack that I think is brilliant that I've learned. Did you know that they make milk in a box? I know, soy milk, almond milk, all that. But this is regular milk. This is lactose-free milk because that's what we drink. But this is milk that does not have to be in the refrigerator until you open it. So this is something that we have on hand all the time. That's great for us. Another thing that I really like, I don't know if you've seen the dried hash browns. This is also a great item that doesn't take up much room. It's light, add water and you have instant hash browns. So I hope that gives you an idea of what we eat on an extended boondocking trip. Now that we have our food purchased, our challenge is getting it in the van. Now typically when I'm shopping, I'll get rid of most all the packaging that I can at the store before we even leave. And then we'll bring it in the van. We'll get it all organized. I'll have Dave show you the cabinets.
So when we built our cabinets, we built them 10 inches deep and 11 inches high. They're fairly narrow, but they're doing a job of keeping us going for 2 weeks. Pretty much stuffed to the max. And then looking down here, this is our refrigerator.
Now in here we have 18 eggs, butter, our perishable meats, and condiments. And that takes up half of our fridge. I went ahead and cut up the vegetables that need to be refrigerated ahead of time, and I'll put those in now. And as you can see, we are now max capacity with the fridge. And the vegetables that don't need to be refrigerated, since it is winter time, we can store them in the drawer beneath.
We boondock in remote locations all the time. And these are the gear that we carry with us, and we have used almost every piece of this gear in the last 14 months already. So starting off with is tire chains, and we've used these to get back into town after a freak snowstorm. Moving right along is our air compressor and our tire plug. We've helped a fellow stranger plug his tire. He actually showed me how my own kit worked, filled his tire full of air, and he was able to drive back to town, and we were very remote. We have our battery starter here. We've used this 2 or 3 times already, once for a stranger that had killed his battery off, and yeah, twice for us already to start our battery. Very good tool to have with you. We have our digging tools, our pick and our shovel, which of course you're gonna need to dig out in, and an axe. This is a tool that we have not used yet. I think the time is gonna come, we're gonna need that axe. If you go down a long road, a storm comes up, blows a tree across the road, and you have to get back into town, you might have to take that axe out and cut that tree in half and move it out of the way just to get back. Last but not least is our traction boards. We've already been stuck in the stand once. We had to stack rocks up. We didn't have these with us. We wish we did. Next time we use these traction boards, these are a must-have. I cannot wait to show you how well they work. If you have any questions about other tools that we carry in our van, Carrie is going to list that video above where we shared every single tool that we have in our van.
Now for Rudel. So we have 30 pounds of dog food. So remember, this is filled, and then we have a 14-pound extra bag. We have his ear wash, because he's got these floppy ears, which we have to wash regularly. Yeah. We have a coat for cold weather, and we have boots. Now, we have been boondocking, and he had stepped on glass and cut his foot. So we do have a little bit of first aid. We have some medication we got from his vet when that happened. And probably the thing we've used the most out of all of this is the tick nippers. Getting the ticks out of him. Do you know what that is? Yeah. He knows what this is. And of course a box of treats. Hey, up here. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, good job. You want to get down? Good job. Okay. Now we're going to move on to our first aid. So we have 2 boxes of general first aid. This is going to need to be tailored to your needs. We have cold medicine, allergy medicine, gauze if we were to get cut, an instant cold pack. We have our vitamins, Dr. Bronner soap. We can use that for a variety of different things. We have found that the toilet tissue in the single rolls last way longer than the ones you buy in packs. And the blue paper towels, we love the heavy-duty blue paper towels. They last way longer, they don't unroll on the paper towel holder. We can wash our body, we can wash the van. Wide variety of uses, we love these. Of course, bug spray, because you never know what you're going to encounter. And extra propane. So we do fill our propane tank, but we also have one of these 1-pound extra bottles if we do run out, because our stove hooks up to that. This is just some of the general items that we bring as an extra.
Always a good idea to check the weather forecast before you go to any remote location and know what elevation you're going to be at. In the west, if you're 4,000 or 5,000 feet, you could get a snowstorm almost any time of the year. It could be a freak snowstorm, so be aware of your altitude.
Also, it's a good idea to let somebody know where you're going to be. And while you're en route to your boondocking location, just take note as to where you had cell reception at last. Because in case of an emergency, you need to go back there, you'll have an idea where it is.
If you have any questions about the items or gear that we've showed in this video, please leave it in the comments. Leave any questions you have. I would love to answer them.
Yes, and tune in on Sunday in our boondocking series where we're going to show you all about where we are here.
And this is one of our all-time favorite locations.
Yes.
So we look forward to sharing that with you, and we appreciate you watching our video.
Hey Dave, what's up with your hair?
My mohawk?
Yeah.
I've always hated long hair on the sides of my head. I hate that feeling that's on my ears. So usually, we just shave it all off. But then I miss long hair. So we tried the mohawk, and I didn't know, it was a little scary, but I love the haircut. If you've never tried a mohawk, I think you should try it at least once before you say something negative about it, because I really like it.
Rudolph, do you have a mohawk?
Even Rudolph's got a mohawk.
Rudolph has a mohawk too. All right, looks good.
If you would like to support our channel, please consider becoming a patron, or check out our new merchandise at oneadventureatatime.com. We also have stickers available in our website store. Thank you for watching. This is David Epley with Epidemic News. Today we're going to be living in our van for 2 weeks, isolated, in order to not spread the virus. Can we do it? Stay tuned.